Hi guys! It's been a long time since I made and filmed the pattern. I have recently had a neck injury that made filming impossible, but luckily I'm back and I can teach you this pattern. It is a very easy pattern for comfortable warm house socks. The stitch I used is a linked half double crochet. For the house socks I used yarn that I got from Edna. They have great yarns of very nice quality. For this project I combined Tencel Blow in the color Hopsack Brown with Svensk Ull 4 TR in the color Rhubarb Lemonade. I also used a 6mm crochet hook, some scissors and a tapestry needle. If this is your first time watching and you like what you see, please consider subscribing by clicking the red subscribe button and the bell next to it so you never miss another video. If you like this tutorial, give me a thumbs up, and if you have a question or want to let me know something, please give a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to see a result. You can show me on Instagram at 2loopscrochet. So let's start. To make this very warm house sock or slipper, we start by making a magic ring. So grab your yarn, place it on your hand. I have my 2 yarns here. Wrap it around, slide under the first, grab the second, give it a twist and chain 1. So you have your magic ring. In this magic ring we make 6 half double crochet. So this first chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch, so we make 6 half double crochet in the ring. Insert in the ring and make a half double crochet. That's 1. If you think it is easy to mark your first stitch so you know where to insert your hook at the end of the round, you can slide in the stitch marker in your first stitch. Okay, yarn over, we make 5 more. Half double crochet, that's 2. 3. You can pull your tail end a little bit to shrink your loop. You need 3 more, so yarn over, insert, 4, 5, and the last 6. You close this, you can pull your tail and to close the gap in the middle, and now insert in the first stitch of the 6. If you didn't place a stitch marker and you are not sure where to insert your hook, you can always count back. We made 6, so this is the first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have to insert in this stitch. That is a little bit, it's a little trick to make sure you pick up the right stitch. Now you can pull your tail end a little bit tighter, and then I place that tail end over my stitch, so I weave it in at the same time. Then yarn over your yarns, pull through 2 loops on your hook and pull the loop on your hook through the loop that is next to that loop. And then here is your start. For the next round we chain 1, and if you don't like to work over your tail, then leave it out and weave it in later. And now we make 2 linked half double crochets in every stitch. So we have 6 stitches and we make 2 in each stitch. The first half double crochet isn't a linked half double crochet, but just a normal half double crochet, that is for the whole toe, for the first part. So the first is a normal half double crochet. So yarn over, insert in the first stitch, place your tail on top or leave it out, pull through and pull through on the loops on your hook. Okay, now we start our linked half double crochets, and you see here 3 loops, 1, 2, 3, and then the loop on your hook. So you insert your hook in the middle. Let me zoom in a bit. In the middle of those 3 loops, so this one. So pick up both loops because we work with 2 yarns at the same time. Oops. And then yarn over and pull the yarn through the first loop on your hook. And this counts as your yarn over for your half double crochet. So don't yarn over anymore. Insert in the same stitch because we need 2 in 1 stitch. Yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook, and you've made your first linked half double crochet. Let's do that again. We need 2 linked half double crochets in the next stitch. So we have the loop on your hook, the first loop, the second and the third. In the middle, so the second loop, there we make our yarn over. So how do we do that? We insert in that middle loop, yarn over, pull up a loop. Don't forget to yarn over and pull up a loop, and then insert in the next stitch. Pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook. 3 loops here, pick up the middle one, like this, yarn over, pull up a loop. This counts as your yarn over for your half double crochet, so insert in the same stitch. We need 2 in 1 stitch in this round, pull up a loop, and pull through all the loops on your hook. Pick up the middle loop, make sure you have both of them. I didn't, so I do that again. Now I have both loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through the first, only through the first, and then we go to the next stitch, insert in the next stitch, yarn over. It's a bit tight. Yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Pick up the middle loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, insert in the same stitch because we need 2 in 1 stitch, pull up a loop, and yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Insert in the middle loop, yarn over, pull up a loop. We need 2 in the next stitch, so insert your hook and finish like a normal half double crochet. Pick up your middle loop, yarn over, pull through that loop, insert in the same stitch to make 2, and finish like a normal single crochet, normal half double crochet. Insert the middle loop, pull up a loop to the next stitch, and finish like a normal half double crochet. Middle loop, pull up a loop and pull through that loop, insert in the same stitch because we need 2, we only have 1, and finish your stitch. Insert, pull up a loop to the next, and finish your stitch. Pull up a loop, make sure you have both loops in the same stitch, and finish your half double crochet. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stitches. So insert in the first stitch and make a slip stitch to close your round. And this was your round 2. So we have 12 stitches. For round 3, we chain 1. And we do the same thing. So make your first a normal half double crochet. I didn't pick up all the stitches. Yes, all the loops, a normal half double crochet. And then we start our linked half double crochets. So we do again 2 linked half double crochets in each stitch. So repeat round 2. So pick up your loop, yarn over, pull up a loop and insert in the same stitch to make your linked half double crochet. I have to stay in focus instead of go this way. You can see what I'm doing. Okay, so repeat 2 in each stitch, 2 linked half double crochets until you have reached the end and you have 24 stitches, and then I'll meet you back. Okay, the last stitch. So this is your first stitch. It's good to check your stitch count, then chain 1. We make another round of increases, and now we make a normal half double crochet in the first stitch and then linked half double crochets in every stitch around. In the stitches around, we make 1 half double crochet in the first 2 stitches, so 1 in this one, 1 in this one, and then in the next one we make 2 linked half double crochets, and then 1 in this one, 1 in this one, and then 2 in the next. So yarn over, insert in the first stitch and make a normal half double crochet, pick up the middle loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then go to the next stitch. So make 1 in the first 2 stitches. So 1 in this one, 1 in this one. The next gets 2. So make your linked half double crochet and make another one in the same stitch. Like this. This is your repeat for the whole round. So let me show you one more time. 1 in the next, 1 in the next, and 2 in the next. So 1, 1, 2. You have 30 stitches at the end of this round. So repeat, making 1, 1, 2 all the way around until you are at the beginning, and then I'll show you how to make the foot. Okay, I crocheted my 30 stitches and now it is time to close the round. The last time we close the round, because from now on we work in the rounds without closing with a slip stitch. So when you worked your way around and you are at your first stitch again, then just work that stitch and work in spirals. If you have bigger or wider feet, so this is what 30 stitches. 30 stitches is about a normal foot, so not very wide, not very small. Then you make this part, this one. If you have bigger or wider feet, then normal, yeah, what's normal, but you can place it over your toes, and then this part should cover your 5 toes. So if that isn't the case, then you can make 1 round extra, and then you make 3. If you want to do that, you make 3 in the first 3 and then 2 in the fourth, then 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 2 in the sixth, and that all the way around. So you have 36 stitches in the round, and then work up. If you have really small feet or you want to make this a children's size, then stop increasing when you have 24 stitches. So at the end of round 3. Okay, now we work in spirals, so chain 1, yarn over, insert in the first stitch, and make a half double crochet. From now on, just work one stitch in every stitch around, and when you are at the beginning again, just work the first stitch like if it is the start of a new round. So we don't close our rounds, we work in spirals. So one normal half double crochet, only this stitch, and then the rest in the spirals are all linked half double crochets, making one stitch in every stitch around. You do this until your sock or your slipper touches when you slide it on, the part where your ankle bends. So it covers your whole foot. If that is the case, then I'll meet you back and show you how to make the heel part. So start working in the round, in spirals, working one stitch in every stitch. And when your foot is the right size, then I'll meet you back. Okay, I finished the foot part of your sock. This part covers my whole foot until it touches the ankle. So when you slide in your foot, this part is where your ankle begins. Then we count 8 stitches. So 1, 2, from the last stitch. So this should be your next stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in the 9th stitch, you slide in a stitch marker. So we have 8 stitches in between the last stitch and the stitch marker. From now on, we work in rows. So we start working back and forth to make the heel. So therefore, we chain 1, turn your work. So the heel looks a little bit different than the rest of the pattern because we work in rows and not in rounds, but that is okay. I like that little bit different look. So you chain 1, yarn over, insert in the first stitch and make your a normal half double crochet. Then just make your linked half double crochets just like you did for the first part and work your way all the way to the stitch marker. So pick up the loop, pull through, so repeat this all the way across until the stitch with the stitch marker. This is your last stitch. So we also use the stitch with a stitch marker. When you work your way around and you are at your last stitch, then I'll meet you back and show you how to make the rest, the heel. I am at my last stitch, so I take out the stitch marker. And finish this last stitch. Okay, so here you have your first row done for the heel. Now it is pretty simple, just chain 1, turn your work and work your way back. So yarn over, insert in the first stitch, make a normal half double crochet, and then make your linked half double crochets again. Like this. Repeat this. So these 2 rows, repeat those until the work covers the whole heel. So the bottom of your sock covers the whole foot. So when you place your foot inside like this, everything is covered at the bottom. So when it fits, so your whole foot fits on the bottom of your sock, then make 1 row extra to give you some space to close it at the back. So repeat making rows of linked half double crochet until the length is correct, and then I'll meet you back. Okay, my heel part is done. Now it's time to close the back of the heel. So you turn your work inside out like this, and then you can slip stitch the back together, or you can sew it together. I like to use slip stitches, so chain 1 and then turn, and then you can pick up this one on this side and the front loop on this side, and then make a slip stitch like this. You can pick up the whole stitch as well, but then you get a very thick seam, so I use the back loop from the front and the front loop from the back stitch. Make your stitches loose so you don't pull on the seam. And when you close the whole seam, bind off and cut your yarn. My last stitch, so make a slip stitch, a chain 1, cut your yarn. Leave a tail to weave in your ends and pull through, pull tight. Then weave in this end, or do it later, and then you see your base is done. Now you can choose to work only with one, or go and finish the piece with 2 yarns. So this is the time to fit your work. So put it on and see if you like the fit. If it is too small, then you can take out your seam and make another row of linked half double crochet at the bottom, and then you make your work a little bit bigger. Okay, we insert our hook at the seam. Try to pick up 2 loops, at least 2 loops, so your work is nice and sturdy. Then make a slip knot and slide that on your hook, pull through and chain 1 to secure your yarn. So yarn over, insert in the next, try to pick up 2 loops always. I work over my tail so I don't have to weave it in later, but you can leave it out and weave it in the end. Find the next spot to insert your hook and make a half double crochet. Try to space your half double crochets evenly around the rows. I make about 2. Every 2 rows of half double crochet gets 3 stitches. But try for yourself and see what works best for you. Best way is just eyeball and see if your work lays nice and flat. If it is too tight, make more stitches. If it is too loose, make less stitches. You see this is nice and flat. Okay, so you work half double crochets until the corner, then turn your work and work a half double crochet in every stitch across here. Then do the same on the other side until you are at the beginning of the round, and then I'll meet you back. So I worked all the way around, making half double crochets in the stitches, and now I am at the beginning of the round again. Insert in the first stitch and make a slip stitch to close your round. Chain 1, and you can cut your yarn, pull through and pull tight, and then weave in that end. Okay, and then your slipper is done. You can make the border in a little bit fancier stitch, that is up to you. I chose to make it easy, so it is a beginner friendly pattern. You can make it longer as well, just keep working in the stitches in the round until you have the height you want, so you can make it a little bit more high cuff sock. But this is it. This is all there is. Super easy to make in every size you want. Just measure on your own foot or on the foot for the one you make this for. Make another one, and then your house socks or your slippers are done. If you like this tutorial, give me a thumbs up, and if you want to show me your result, I love to see it. You can show me on Instagram at 2loopscrochet. Hope to see you next time. Bye.